Welcome back to another episode of the Cowboys Reports made back. Today we are answering many big questions from the Dallas Cowboys fans. This question came after the Cowboys lost to the Minnesota Vikings and ongoing struggles we are seeing on both offense and defense. Fans are frustrated, fans are angry, fans are confused, and honestly, many of these questions are very fair. We will talk about Cowboys versus Vikings fallout, problems against the British, Matt Eberflus, Dak Prescott, and the future of the Cowboys offense, and the off-season plans, defensive pressure, Jerry Jones coaching decisions, salary cap issues, and whether this team can truly compete again. Let us break down everything slowly. The loss to the Minnesota Vikings exposed many problems with this Cowboys team. One of the biggest issues was how badly the Cowboys offense handled the British. The Vikings brought pressure again and again. They sent extra defenders, they confused the offensive line, and the Cowboys simply did not adjust fast enough. When the defense breathes, the quarterback needs quick answers. The offensive coordinator needs a good play calls. The receivers need to get open quickly, and the offensive line must communicate. Cowboys failed in all of these areas. This is not a new problem. Team knows they can British Dallas and force mistakes until the Cowboys prove they can punish the British. Defenses will keep doing it. Matt Eberflus has been one of the most discussed names among of the Cowboys fans. Many fans believe he has not delivered what this team needs. The defense lacks consistency. The pass rush disappears for long stretches. The scheme looks predictable. The defensive coordinator must put players in a position to succeed. Right now, it feels like Cowboys defense is reacting instead of attacking. If changes are coming, Matt Eberflus will be at the center of those conversations. Dak Prescott remains one of the most debated quarterbacks in the National Football League. Some fans support him fully, others believe Cowboys should move on. Against the Vikings, Dak struggled under pressure. He held the ball too long at times. He forced throws when breathed. But it is important to say this clearly. Dak Prescott is not the only problem. The defensive and offensive line struggles. The play calling can be too consecutive. The receivers do not always separate quickly. Football is a team game. Quarterbacks get too much blame and too much credit. The Cowboys' off-season plan must be aggressive now. Doing nothing is no longer acceptable. Dallas must improve the offensive line, add more speed at wider receiver, fix the defensive front, and make serious coaching evaluation. The Cowboys cannot rely only on the draft. They must be smart in free agents, even if it costs money. Championship teams are bred with the bold decisions. One of the biggest defensive issues is the lack of consistent pressure on opposing quarterbacks. When the Cowboys do not get pressure, quarterbacks have too much time. Defensive backs get exposed and big plays happens. Pressure makes everything easier on the defense. Right now, Dallas does not get enough of it. That is a serious problem in today's National Football League. Brian Schottenheimer offense often feels safe. Too safe. Fans want more downfield throws, more creative play designs, and more urgency. Aggressive teams force defenses to panic. The Cowboys often allow defenses to stay comfortable. If this offense wants to return to elite status, aggression must be increased. There are rumors and questions about Clayton Adams getting more responsibility. Young coach often bring in new ideas. New ideas can refresh on offense. However, changing play callers is risk. It must be done carefully. If Cowboys believe Adams can modernize the offense, they must full commit. Should the Cowboys move on from Dak Prescott? This is a hardest question. Moving on from Dak Prescott means finding a new quarterback, accepting growing pains, taking financial hits. Keeping Dak means believing in the right system can elevate him, improving protection and improving coaching. This is not easy answer. The Cowboys must decide if Dak can still lead them to the Super Bowl. Are Cowboys fans mad at Jerry Jones? Cowboys fans mad at Jerry Jones? Yes, very mad. Fans feel Jerry Jones is too involved. Fans feel he does not listen enough. Fans feel his ego sometimes blocks progress. Fair or not, perception matters. Right now, perception is not good. Will the Cowboys sit Dak Prescott to avoid injury and play Joe Milton? This idea is gaining attention. If the season is lost, protecting Dak makes sense. Playing Joe Milton could provide evaluation opportunity, but sitting Dak also sends a message to signal surrenders. Jerry Jones hates surrendering. Are the Cowboys tanking the rest of the 2025 season? Cowboys will never openly tank. Jerry Jones will not allow that. However, smart roster decision can look like tanking. A goal becomes future flexibility, not immediate wins. Jerry Jones is not willing to spending big on the top coordinator. This is a major concern. Elite coordinators cost money. Elite coordinators demand control. If Jerry Jones wants real change, he must pay for it and step back. Will Matt Eberflus coach again in National Football League if fired? Yes, most likely. Coaches often get second chances. Eberflus could return as a defensive assistant or coordinator elsewhere. The league recycles coach frequently. Cowboys hiring R. Harris as their next defensive coordinator. This is another question. R. Harris is respected. Players like him, he understands defensive back plays deeply. The question is experience at the coordinator level. It would be a bold move, but also a risky one. Can the Cowboys win National Football Conference East? Right now, it looks unlikely. Other teams are younger, fast, and more consistent. Dallas must fix internal issues before thinking about division's titles. Dallas Cowboys salary cap outlook. Salary cap situation is tight. Big contract limit flexibility and mistakes become harder to fix. Smart restructuring and disciplined spending are critical. Is Jerry Jones' ego in the way? This question keep coming back. Ownership ego can slow progress. Great owners hire great people and trust them. If Jerry Jones truly wants another championship, true trust is a key. Will the Cowboys offense be good again in 2026? Yes, it can be, but only if coaching improves, the offensive line improves, the scheme demonizes, and the talent alone is not enough. Cowboys defensive coordinator candidates We have more different candidates for the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, but possible candidate must bring aggression, creativity, and accountability. The Cowboys need a leader, not just a play designer. The Dallas Cowboys are at crossroads. Changing is coming. The question is how bold that change will be. Cowboys fans desire essential out of the NFL playoff race. This is not easy for fans to accept, but it is reality. When a team is no longer competing for the playoffs, the smart moves is to start planning ahead. For the Dallas Cowboys, that is meaning turning attention to the 2026 NFL Draft. The NFL Draft is where teams breed their future. Free agents can help fill holes, and trades can add talent, but the strongest team in a league are built through the draft. This is why ESPN draft expert Mary Kiper Jr. updating his 2026 NFL Draft Big Board is such a big deal. His ranking gives us an eerie look at the top college football prospect who could become the future stars in National Football League. And more importantly, players who could fit what the Cowboys needs. This season has shown many weaknesses for the Dallas. The offense has lacked consistency. The offensive line has struggled to protect the quarterback. The defense has had problems stopping the run, creating pressure, and communicating in secondary. These issues did not appear overnight, and they will not be fixed with one small move. The Cowboys need a clear long-term plan, and the 2026 NFL Draft is a major part of that plan. One of the most exciting names on Mary Kiper Big Board is Jeremiah Love. Love is a modern offensive weapon. He brings speed, explosiveness, and versatility. In today's NFL offenses need players who can create plays even when things break down. Jeremiah Love can do that. He can make defenders miss, gain yards after contact, and change the momentum of a game with one play. For the Cowboys, adding a player like Love would help an offense that has too often relied on the same few playmakers. On the defensive sides of the ball, Caleb Downs stands out as a perfect fit for the Dallas Cowboys. Downs is a smart physical defender who understands the game at high level. The Cowboys have struggled with missed assignments and blown coverages, especially in big moments. Caleb Downs brings leadership and discipline. He is a type of a player who can organize a defense, communicate before the snaps, and make everyone around him better. That is something this Cowboys defense badly needs. Another defense that worth discussing is Sonny Styles. Styles brings versatility, which is extremely valuable in today's NFL. Offenses are constantly changing formations and attacking mismatches. A defender who can play multiple roles along or defenses to stay flexible. Sonny Styles plays with intensity and toughness, and he fits the direction modern defenses are moving. For the Dallas, he would provide option and adaptability. In the trenches, Reuben Bryan is a name Cowboys fans should know. Bryan is a powerful defensive lineman who can disrupt both a run and the pass. Dallas has struggled to control the line and the scrimmage, especially against the physical teams. Reuben Bryan could help change the identity of the Cowboys defensive by adding strength and aggressions up front. When you win in the trenches, everything else becomes easier. Pass rush is another area where the Cowboys must improve, and that is where David Byron comes in. Byron is an edge rusher who knows how to pressure quarterbacks. In NFL, pressure leads to mistakes, and mistakes lead to the turnovers. The Cowboys' defense has not generated consistent pressure, especially on third down. David Byron could help to fix that problem and give Dallas a more dangerous defensive front. After framing breaking draft news, add to another important name to the conversation. Utah offensive tackle Caleb Lom officially declared for the 2026 NFL Draft. This is a big news for the Cowboys. The offensive line has been a major issue, and finding a long-term solution at tackle is critical. Caleb Lom strengthens a tackle class that needs depth, and he could be exactly what Dallas needs to protect the quarterback and improve the running game. Looking at Mary Kiper updated big board, the message is clear. Cowboys have option. There is talent available, but drafting will require patience, discipline, and clear vision. Dallas must resist short-term panic moves and focus on building a strong foundation. The teams that succeed in NFL are teams that plan ahead and trust the process. For the Cowboys fans, this is not about giving up on the team. It is about understanding where the team is and where the team needs to go. The 2026 NFL Draft represents hope, opportunity, and chances to reset the direction of the franchise. With smart decisions, the Cowboys can return to being real contenders. This is why we will continue to cover every update, every rumor, every draft development right here on the Cowboys Report. We post new videos and podcast every single day, so make sure you are subscribed and your notifications are set to all, and the future Cowboys car is